I know I've only talked about shitty Michelin star restaurant experiences, okay? But now we're getting into the good shit. Welcome back to my fine dining restaurant review series. Today, we're deep diving into R-Haan, a 2 Michelin star restaurant located in Bangkok, Thailand. And damn, did they pick the perfect location to settle in? Because she bangs. This restaurant is seriously one of our favorite Michelin star restaurants that we've ever been to. They knocked it out of the park. Anything you think you're doing well, Thailand's doing it better. And that is going to be the overarching theme of this presentation. Let's get straight to it. Oh, my mama, we lit. So we go inside of this beautiful restaurant. Hostess was super friendly. They direct us to the lobby and tell us just to wait a moment while they get our table ready. In the meantime, they offer us something to drink. So we told them we don't drink alcohol, and they said, oh, that's fine. We do non-alcoholic beverages as well. They asked us what we look for in a beverage, what kind of drinks we like, what kind of flavors we wanted. They were really about to craft us a drink based on our individual tastes. I told them it has to be sweet, fruity, and bubbly. Those fucking drinks blew our minds. Who decided to make a mocktail with fresh fruit juices and Thai tea because they deserve a Nobel Prize? May your pillow be forever cold. May your enemies be vanquished. I know there's somebody out there who don't play about you, baby. Cause that somebody is me. Fuck a mixologist. Somebody out there has a doctorate degree. This was a chemist. I do not know how they came up with these flavors. See, this is why we have to respect science. We have to respect science and education and the people who are dedicated to the craft and have done the reading. It was like an Arnold Palmer, but better. Instead of iced tea, it was Thai tea. And instead of lemonade, there was lime juice, sweet basil leaves, simple syrup, and it was finished with some soda because I love me some bubbly. We thought, wow, you've really done it. We've reached the pinnacle. You have created the perfect mocktail. There is no way that you could possibly improve on this. The second drink that they brought out for us, which I told them to keep them coming because, hey, I'm not driving. Bitch, they threw passion fruit in that hoe. I said, so you're coming for my neck and my throat and my life and my soul. Cool, cool, cool. No, you want me to leave here in a fucking body bag, right? Okay. I know that bartender back there was like, I'm gonna fuck them up. Watch this. You are whoever you think you are. When it comes to a mix, when it comes to a craft, you are that bitch. And don't ever let anybody in this world make you feel otherwise. Flawless victory. Perfect execution. To this day, that is the most perfect beverage I have ever consumed. 12 billion out of 10, knocked it out of the park. I have never witnessed anything like that since. Now, let us get into this food, though. They had us floored from the first dish. The amuse-bouche was drop dead gorgeous. Now, you know how I feel about Lydia. But one thing I did love about their menu was that starter. That crepe with the grated caviar on top was absolutely fantastic. I honestly didn't think anyone would ever measure up to that starter. R-Haan said, let me show you something real quick. So they bring out these wooden boxes, beautifully crafted. I opened this box and said, what the hell? A beautifully presented culinary tour of Thailand presented on a map of the country made out of spices? This is how they had me. Oh my goodness, and each bite was so good. So for northern Thailand, there was this really spicy mushroom salad wrapped in cucumber. I ain't gonna lie, I thought that shit was chicken. It was actually really spicy, but that was nice because the spice lingered throughout the rest of the bites. It's hard to pick a favorite because I also love this pad thai bite and that crab curry croquette. Oh, that perfectly fried, crispy exterior, and they did not hold back on that crab filling. And this fried vermicelli bite was really good because it was crispy and chewy at the same time. And I love that sweet little slightly spicy sauce that it came with on the side too. What a way to start the show. R-Haan really said, when you come see the crib, you better die, ho. Young nigga sneaking in through your side door. Baby Keem, not a wave, I'm a vibe, ho. Absolute 10 out of 10. A fucking phenomenal presentation, and each and every one of those flavors was so delicious. After they brought me back to life from that amuse-bouche, they served me the first course. A spicy ruby pomelo salad with lobster. Lobster's gonna get me every single time. I'm on fall for it every time. Did these people have a dossier on me? Because you know how I feel about caviar. Say it with me. I'm a caviar. Fire. It was prawns at the base with a seafood sauce jelly and then the caviar on top. Now, was that seafood sauce jelly 100% necessary? No. It just provided like a salty umami flavor, but that mostly could have come from the prawns. I'm gonna give that one a 9.5 out of 10. Okay, next was the creamy coconut chicken soup, and that shit went crazy. I just appreciate that they actually give a damn about the preparation of the chicken. That was cooked sous vide for sure. For sure. It was so tender. I swear I could cut that chicken with my thoughts. Like, they did that presentation kind of cute too because it came out of what looked like one of those whipped cream dispensers as a foam, but then once it hit the bowl, it soupified. This dish looked so plain, but it perfectly encapsulates what I love about Thai cuisine. Those flavors were so complex. To play up the coconut would have been an obvious choice. It's a popular flavor. But that zesty lemongrass and the spice of the galangal woke my ass up. It was just so creamy and zippy and fresh. You really should have been proud of me because what I wanted to do was lick that bowl clean. I wanted to hold that bowl up to my face and let every last drippity drop hit my mouth. But I didn't because I have self-control. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, baby, you're a star. Now, this dish changed me for life. Molecularly, if you will. Altered my DNA, if I may. This was my absolute favorite dish, the charcoal grilled Wagyu. Now, if I'm keeping it a buck, if I'm keeping it a bean, I really just be getting the Wagyu for the hype. And I'm usually not disappointed, but I'm never like, oh my God, blown away. And before anybody chimes in, yes, I have had the tippity top, super expensive Japanese A5 Wagyu. I promise you, I've done it, babe. For me, the fatty flavor comes off as a cheap parlor trick. It's fun for a second, but it fades quickly. I don't presume to know what the hell they're feeding these cows. I don't know what kind of living conditions they're in. But what I do know, they're doing something different with the Thai cows. They're doing something extra, something special, something with the Thai cows. Hell, I don't know. Maybe they're giving them the Chabris treatment because, baby, I was getting $6 foot massages every day. Maybe they're giving them massages every day. Thai Wagyu trumps all other Wagyu for me. So the dish comes out in this dome of smoke. They lift that glass and that smoke hits your senses, your palate immediately. So at this point, I'm salivating. Baby, I'm a Texan. And that smoke, that smells like the best barbecue in the world. So what stands out to me about Thai Wagyu is the actual depth of flavor of the meat itself. It's not overshadowed by the fat complements it. But the real Beyonce Lady Gaga superstar of this dish was the sticky rice hidden underneath the Wagyu. The best rice I've ever had. The best rice I will ever have. Convinced. And of course, I don't have a picture of the rice because I didn't even know it was there in the first place. And by the time my lips discovered it, it was gone immediately. You would have thought it evaporated in the thin air. So smoky, crisp from stir frying, salty, umami greatness. This shit right here, nigga. This shit right here, nigga. This is going to be my last meal when they put me on death row. Chabris, it's a recession. Times are hard. I fucking know. But I would still pay an astronomical amount of money for a bowl of that rice, and I'm not playing. It's as serious as a heart attack. Fun fact, the R in R-Haan actually has to stand for Ronald Reagan because the way that they sprinkled what has to have been crack on that fucking rice. They must have MSG'd the shit out of that rice or something. No, baby. No. It's a conspiracy. You're about to have me bust out my tinfoil hat and get to the bottom of this. to the bikini bottom of this. And that holy basil sauce that they drizzled over the top, it was delectable. It was an umami bomb with a slight touch of sweetness and then freshness from the basil. It perfectly married the Wagyu and the rice. I literally cannot think of a more perfect beef and rice dish. Everybody else, pack it up. Do you know you have 30 minutes? 30, yes, 30. So the Thai Wagyu dish, what do you rate perfection? Like the limit does not exist. And this little palate cleansing treat, I wanted to fucking die. Me and my husband went crazy because pink guava is one of our absolute favorite fruits ever. This sorbet never stood a chance. And then they amped it up with this little tamarind spice powder on the side. It was so good. The sweetness with a touch of spice, it really reminded me of those Mexican chili powder watermelon lollipops we used to have as a kid. Them hoes hit. Actually, I would still eat them lollipops, but this had a more balanced, refined flavor. That pink guava sorbet, 10 out of 10. Now, that main course hit me like a truck. They served so much food. There were about 5 different entree options, and they let you pick 3 out of those 5. Now, the first dish I got was the beef rib green curry. Green curry is just such a good time, every time. That Thai basil just punches you in the face, but it's in the best way. And the chilies provided a heat that was just powerful enough to start with, but by the end of the meal, it showed its final form. You were gonna be left with some burning lips and sweating if you didn't throw a couple of bites of rice in there. It was powerful. The beef rib was so tender and delicious, 0 complaints. I'm gonna give her a 9.5 out of 10. So I also got the tom yum soup as one of my entrees. I like the presentation of this one too. They brought this apparatus out to my table long before the entrees even showed up. That way you can watch it slowly come to a boil as the night goes on. They also brought me this little bowl of prawns, so once the tom yum soup was done boiling, they poured it over the prawns and made it a prawn tom yum soup. The taste of the soup was super bold and zippy. You could taste all of those aromatics in there, and that lime and lemongrass really helped it pop. The tom yum soup, I would give a 9.1 out of 10. The final dish we were served was the crab roe and yellow chili dip. Now, the crab roe and yellow chili dip was so delicious. It was spicy, it was salty, but where it really fell flat was all this other shit that they gave you to put in the dip. I'm gonna be so honest with you, I really don't even know what all this shit even was. The only thing I liked was the fried balls of crab on the side. I tried each and every one of those things, and I was so perplexed, both by what they actually even were and why they decided to serve it alongside that dip. But I do think they were serving us the more traditional sides for their dips because I do recall seeing this at a couple of other restaurants that we were at. And also, there was a breakfast buffet at our hotel in Chiang Rai, and they had these same selections of veggies. I didn't like them then. So, yeah, this was the one dish that really fell short for me. I'm going to give that one a 7.9 out of 10. Now, I know I ain't shit for this, but for the entirety of this trip, because this was at the very end, I had not had mango sticky rice before. See, I really just wasn't feeling rice as a dessert. That was a very foreign concept to me. Will out the podium, bring in the mic. America, internet, I was wrong. Mango sticky rice is so bomb. The sticky rice was cooked just how I like it, not mushy at all. The coconut sauce, it was sweet, subtle, and that mango, it was the perfect choice of fruit for that dessert. Thailand, y'all got it. Y'all got it. Here, girl, have it. Because that dessert, you did your biggest. Luckily for me, this was not my last time having that dish. I had plenty more opportunities to eat it because they sell that shit on every corner in Thailand. Then it's accompanied by a mango parfait. She tastes as pretty as she looks. So the mango parfait is a white chocolate shell shaped like a mango. And on the inside is mango coulis and coconut cream. Stop. Then the little coconut ice cream scoop on the side and the dollops of mango sauce with the fresh mango complemented everything perfectly. That entire dessert course, 10 out of 10. Now, there were actually 2 different choices for the dessert course. So my husband got the other choice in the dessert courses, and one of his desserts really stood out. It was a Thai custard milfoy. Now, usually Thai custard is just some sort of coconut flavored custard, but this one tasted almost savory. I swear, it was almost like it had the essence of shallot. Dead ass. It's like if you were on the final round of Chopped, you open up your basket and it's just full of onions and shallots. And they're like, make a dessert out of this. You're like, fuck, I guess I'm gonna caramelize it to hell and hope for the best. That's exactly what it seemed like. But the crazy part was it was actually so good. Like, till this day, we still wonder, like, damn, what was that flavor? But it was fascinating. Then they brought us out a whole tower of little treats. My favorite ended up being the Thai coconut pancake. And this came as a surprise because I'd actually had one earlier in the trip and I fucking hated it. That goopy ass, soggy ass, nasty ass. First off, I don't even think it was fully cooked in the middle. Let's start there. I'm not kidding. It was absolutely disgusting. I despise that piece of shit, but this pancake was completely different. That texture was so unique. The texture was the best part of the pancake. It just had some bite to it. It had some give. It was firm, dense, spongy, and chewy all at the same time. At the same damn time. So it really wasn't even like a pancake at all. I have no idea what to compare it to. That texture is in a class of its own, and I adored it. And then it had these coarse, thick coconut shreds in every bite, light little coconut flavor and sweetness. Ugh, what a treat. Overall, R-Haan, you slayed. The service, those drinks, those flavors. Girl, also those portions, we left stuffed. We could not finish all that food. R-Haan represented Thailand and Thai cuisine so well. They really put the pieces together on a lot of flavors that I was missing throughout our travels. Now, I have seen some criticisms that the technique wasn't as elevated, right? That the preparation wasn't necessarily as sophisticated as some of the other restaurants. And there is some truth to that. But at the end of the day, I love those flavors and I thought those 2 stars were well earned. All things considered, I'm going to give it a 9.1 out of 10. I love that meal. Now, remember, I did tell you I had other 2 star Michelin restaurants to review, and one of them just so happens to be located in Bangkok as well, at Suring. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you next time.